The American Express Gold Card is one of the best earners out there. You get 4x back for dining, including takeout, 4x back at US supermarkets, on up to $25K in spend per year, and also 3x for flights booked directly with airlines or on AmexTravel.com. In today's video, we're going to look at 7 things that you need to do once you get the card. We did a similar video about 2 years back, and we have seen some benefits get updated. Timestamps down below if you want to hop around. Big favors to give us a thumbs up to help with the algorithm. That way people that need to see this can see it. And if you know anyone else that might benefit, share this with them. Number 1, first off, is noting down the intro bonus dates. When you got the card, how many days you have for the minimum spend, and also when that date is. It sounds intuitive, especially for OGs, but it's easy to forget for new people. The last thing I'd want to see is people losing out on a few hundred in value at a minimum. My suggestion would be adding this to your Google Calendar or whatever you use for tracking. Be careful because some charges do not count. Also note that annual fees are billed on your first statement, so plan accordingly. And no, Amex almost never budges on this, so be careful. I'd recommend even going a few hundred above the minimum. That way if you have any returns need to do that are part of that initial purchase period, it's not going to cause any clawbacks or any other issues. For example, if you buy something that brings you over, but then you return it, that's going to cause a clawback. Historically, statement credits do count for this as long as the money was spent. Even if there is a credit that's applied, that's fine. Personally, I'd still play it safe because they can change their policies. Number 2 is going to be adding your card to your Uber account. The Gold Card has 2 big credits, and one of them is going to be Uber Cash. It's $120 in total, but it's broken down into $10 per month, and this goes directly into your account. Reminder that this is for US Ubers and doesn't work abroad. One big disadvantage is that it is monthly and does not accrue. Let's say you have one in August and you didn't use it, it would not roll over to September. It's use it or lose it. If you're like my sister or my parents who never really use Uber, then this can feel pretty annoying. If you don't really call rides, they do have some other services that might still be useful. For example, car rentals and also scooters. One big benefit of Uber Cash is that it works for both Uber and Uber Eats. As you can tell from the name, Uber Eats is their food ordering and delivery platform. It's also not just food, but a lot of other things. For example, groceries or the convenience store. Also alcohol or the pharmacy, or even flowers or office supplies. If you don't want to pay a premium for delivery, I'd recommend using Pickup. Super easy to toggle, and it means that you don't have to pay additional fees to Uber. For example, there's a few places I can walk to right now and pick up an order. Right now, it's 2:43 a.m., and I guess I can get some hot chicken. Even though you don't have to pay Uber for delivery, some places will charge a premium of $1 or $2. Huge, your mileage may vary here depending on the restaurant. I'd recommend finding ones that are used to using delivery apps and generally don't charge a premium. For example, there's a pizza place near us, pretty much Roman pizza, that's pretty good. If you do takeout, the Truffle Cheeks Pizza is $22. Through Uber Eats via Pickup, it's also $22. So pretty much exactly the same whether we go through Uber Eats or go directly. Another one we like that's nearby is Banh Mi. The traditional combo is $12.75, which is exactly the same price as in-store. If you're someone that doesn't eat out, then make sure to discount that credit. For us, we oftentimes eat there anyways, even without this credit, so it makes a lot of sense. And sometimes the takeout order is even more convenient because we can eat at home. Given that we use Uber and we also go out to eat at times, $120 very much feels like $120 here. On a note of food, number 3 is going to be the dining credit. You get $10 for dining per month with their partners. This includes Grubhub, Seamless, Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Wine.com, Milk Bar, and select Shake Shacks. For example, Shake Shacks in ballparks, stadiums, airports, rest areas, museums, and racetracks do not count. Similar to the Uber credit, this is use or lose, so make sure you use it. You can use Grubhub the same way we use Uber Eats and just do pickup in order to avoid the additional fees. Personally, we use this as an excuse to go to Shake Shack. Also, I'd recommend adding your Gold Card to the Shake Shack app because they usually do have promotions and it makes ordering a lot easier. Mandy's go-to is the Shake Shack, pretty much a burger with a deep fried mushroom, and mine is the Double Smoked Shack. Pro tip, if you go through the menu or the app, you can add lettuce, tomatoes, sliced onions, and also pickles for free, which is what I usually do. The Uber credit's a lot easier to use and fits into our life a bit better, but the standing credit is nice and it's a good excuse to get a burger after berries. For a lot of people, this ends up being a $250 annual fee card, but of $240 in credits that are pretty easy to use, which knocks it down to about a $10 effective annual fee. And to be fair, this is based off our usage and our valuation, but your numbers might be different. If you want to look at your own numbers, I'd recommend playing with our calculator, and it should pop up if you Google for Ask Sebi Gold Worth It. The calculator lets you punch in different values for how much you're spending, how you plan to use the points, and also how you use the credits. That way you can make an educated decision on whether a card is right for you. On that note, if you want to learn about cards, whether this one or pretty much any other card out there, and you want to support the channel, we have links on the website, asksebi.com, and also down below in the description box. Make sure the links are competitive, that the cards make sense for you, but otherwise, it is a huge way to support the channel, so thank you guys in advance. Next up is going to be the Hotel Collection, also known as THC. This is a perk for consumer and business card holders of the Gold Card, Platinum Card, and the Centurion Card. Reminder that despite the name, the Delta Gold and the Delta Platinum are technically different cards that do not have this benefit. Bookings through the Hotels Collection has to be at least 2 consecutive nights. The main draw is that you get a $100 experience credit for things like dining, spa, or resort activities, depending on the hotel. You also get a room upgrade at check-in if it's available. If that sounds familiar, it's because Amex has a similar program called FHR, Fine Hotels and Resorts. FHR offers a lot of the same benefits, and also a few additional ones as well, such as free breakfast for every day of the stay. The minimum's also shorter at just 1 night instead of needing to be 2 nights. The main difference is that Fine Hotels and Resorts is for the Platinum Card and Centurion cards, and not the Gold. Also, the hotels are a bit different. FHR has the very expensive options, so for example, the cover picture for this is a Lila Ventana. Kind of funny how you can recognize something once you've been there. Hotels Collection has more economic options, but still can be pretty expensive. One of our favorite places to use both FHR and THC is going to be Vegas. The reason being that if you have a flexible work schedule or you can work from home, it gets pretty cheap on weekdays, especially during winter and less busy times. For example, we're looking to review Virgin Hotels for an upcoming trip, and that's through THC and not FHR. For other bigger properties like Aria, their main property is THC, while Aria Sky Suites is FHR. Aria proper might run you $150 to $200 a night. Sky Suites is nice, but will probably run you at least $500 a night. Note that the $100 credit for THC and FHR are per stay, meaning that you can use this as many times as you want. If you book through the program 30 times this year, then you get 30 of those credits. One thing to be careful with is that most hotels do charge a premium for these bookings, typically at least $50. In that sense, you want to make sure that you're willing to pay $50 for that room upgrade and the $100 credit. If you don't plan to eat there or use their spa, then it might make sense to book directly to save that premium. It makes sense for us because my P2 likes that type of stuff, but your mileage may vary. One benefit of American Express cards as a whole is that they have some pretty good offers. I feel like a lot of other bank partnerships have random ones, but American Express has some pretty good ones. Options can range from Marriott Hotels to Olive Garden to Sherway-Williams Paint, from STK to Lenovo to Tiffany to Flowers. Some pretty good options if player 2 is mad at you. Offers do differ by cards, and also I even think regions. Unsurprisingly, the Gold Card and the Platinum Card get a ton of offers because those brands want those card holders as customers. And to be fair, it definitely can be a hit or miss though. It could be 0 value or thousands in value, very much depends on you. If you are doing a lot of online shopping, I'd also recommend checking out Rakuten. In 99.9% of cases, it's going to stack with American Express, meaning that you can double up. Rakuten is a cashback portal where you can get rewarded for your shopping. Oftentimes an extra 2 to 15% back for shopping that you're already going to do. They're also partnered with Amex, so instead of getting cash back, you can actually get points. In this case, 8% cash back is 8x MR points. If you are new, you can get $30 or 3,000 MR points for spending $30. Lots of options, and my favorite list includes Saks, as well as Dell. The first one has really good workout underwear. Link down below if you're new and you want to get $30 or 3,000 MR points. On kind of a similar note, number 6 is Shoprunner. You get a complimentary membership of any American Express card. The main draw is free shipping, faster shipping, and also free returns. They have a lot of partners as well, and it's nice to have, especially since it's free. To be fair, in 2023, it doesn't feel as innovative as it once was because a lot of brands out there now offer free shipping. Not earth-shattering, but still doesn't hurt. The last one, number 7, is going to be events. This can be hit or miss depending on what you go to and what you care about. For a lot of the big events and festivals, they'll have their own separate area, and as long as you have a card, you're good to go. If you go if you care, that's nice, but definitely not for everyone. They also have some partnerships and exclusive tickets for some events, but it's not everything. So if there's a really hot Broadway show or something that's sold out, if they're not partnered, they can't really do anything. They can't pull extra strings. If you're a basketball person, there are some pretty cool ones. For example, if you go to Crypto.com, which I still think of as staples, they have a dedicated entrance. If you're on the East Coast and you want to see Ben Simmons score some baskets and go to a Nets game, you can get 2 free drinks. Offer may be redeemed at any Brooklyn Nets game and select other events. Access is available for all consumer and business American Express cards, but not prepaid cards. Note that this is only available for the first 100 card members and guests per event. If you are someone that really likes events, the Platinum card might be a bit better. For example, for Crypto.com, you have access to the Centurion Suite and also 2 free drinks. But that does require the Platinum or the Centurion and not just the Gold. The American Express Gold does have its own events, but just a lot fewer. Again, if you want to learn about cards, we have links on the website, AskSabby.com, and also down below in the description box. If you made it to this point in the video, then leave a burger emoji in the comments down below for Shake Shack, and I'll try to heart it and also respond. A few questions for you guys. How do you use the Uber credit? What about the dining credit? And also, what's your favorite benefit? Let me know and everyone else know in the comments down below. Big favor, give this a thumbs up, share this with a friend that might benefit, but otherwise, hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.